Hey, folks. Oh. We lost one. That's fine. Okay, right. Oh no, I don't like that. I greatly dislike that, in fact. But yeah, we're back on on our shit. Back on our monk bullshit. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. The plan for today is to start work on the subclasses. No. Yeah, I'm going to sort of begin work on the monk stuff. Because there is actually like a lot to be doing. Obviously, plan is to go for the normal duration. I'll be stopping at about 7 o'clock-ish. So, yeah, just ignore these two big-ass spots I have on the side of my face. I've pointed them out now, but, like, you know, and you're not going to be able to unsee them. Sadly not, no. Sadly not. But just as a recap, because it's been probably at least a week since we worked on this, here's Monk 2 and all the shit that it gets, which is quite a lot. Like a lot of stuff, to be honest. A little too much in many cases. But the base class is not too dissimilar, but we've pulled away all the key stuff and put it in powers and passives. And we're also going to work on a bunch of the subclasses as well, because a lot of them are intrinsically tied to Old Monk in a way that isn't very good. But we'll see. I'm also getting some frame drops, which realistically shouldn't be that big of a deal on this stream in particular, given, you know, most of the image is static. It's me talking, which might be a bit choppy, but as long as the audio is fine, that should be okay. Do tell me if anything happens to the audio, but it seems to me that at the moment the stream is actually doing fine. We had some nasty frame drops like right at the start, but that was before there was anything moving on screen, so literally doesn't fucking matter. Because if we drop frames when there's one frame being showed, there's not really any frames to drop, because they're all the same one, which is good. But okay, right. Who else is streaming D&D? Let's have a look. There's a bunch of live play. There's like a talk show or something. Somebody's making maps. Yeah, it's mostly live play, which is unsurprising. Oh, somebody else is doing Homebrew. That's cool. Somebody else is doing a binder class. I'm not 100% what that would be off the top of my head. Maybe spirit binding? Maybe... Right. I'm just going to have a quick scan through all the new stuff and see if I find anything particularly egregious. And also help just be a good recap, so to get us into the oh, there's a typo immediately. But we can skip over martial arts because it's the same. Your access is presumed by number of key points. Your monk level determines the number of key points you have, as shown in the key points column of the monk table. You can expend your key points to fuel certain key powers. You start by knowing three key powers listed at the end of the class description. You learn more key powers as you gain monk levels, plural, as shown in the key powers column of the monk table. Regaining expended key. When you spend a key point, it is unavailable until you finish a short or long rest, at the end of which you draw all your expended key back into yourself. You must spend at least 30 minutes of the rest meditating to regain your expended key. This bit here is what's going to be the most up for debate of all of this. because it may prove to be that long rest is better at higher levels for balance, but short rest is more fun at lower levels for, you know, letting you use your abilities. But at the same time, you do also get, at third level, you get Mind Focus, which gives you back a key point once every short or long rest anyway. Yes, some, hit him with a ban. I think that's the first spam thing I've gotten, I think. Yeah, so I think that's the first. I think I've gotten like a spam thing before, but it was like it posted one message, and it was just kind of like a wholesome thing, and it was definitely spam, but like it was kind of like, you know, it wasn't advertising anything. So yeah. Either way, I have? I don't know. I haven't paid any fucking attention. So yeah, I think the sort of the main thing is that greetings. Yeah, I think you have a lot of means of regaining ki, especially once you hit third. And I don't think this is necessary. I think we can make it long rest. Because all of your ki abilities cost 1 ki, right? All of your powers cost 1 ki, and only 1. So, I also think that, I think I have a name for ki passives. So, replace ki passives with Monastic Disciplines. Or just Disciplines. We'll start with Disciplines for now. Ignore this horrible noise that it's making. So disciplines, and then ki powers can probably be a. So I want to do ki arts, but monastic art, martial arts is already a thing. So ki techniques. Yeah, that's got to be it, right? Ki powers, ki techniques. Okay, so there we go. They have names now. There's ki techniques and disciplines. So we'll call them monastic. We'll call the feature monastic disciplines. Oh. Was that an error? It is an error. There. Yeah, I'm really happy with how that came out. New rune shipper stuff is pretty PogChamp. I'm gonna try and drink some of this tea. Thanks. I say, well, first of all, welcome in, Finn. And I say, yeah, Finn was there when I was making Card Sharp. Don't put these thoughts in my head, Joe. Fuck's sake. don't put these accursed thoughts into my mind. The Fantastic Four traditions. Okay, right. Let me have a quick look at the old, regaining key points. When you spend a key point, it is unavailable until you finish a long rest. Oh, you draw all your expended key points back into yourself. You must spend at least 30 minutes the rest meditating to regain your key, to regain your expended key. Additionally, you regain 1 key point whenever you score a critical hit with a monk weapon or unarmed strike, or you reduce a creature to 0 hit points. And the DC, that's fine. Unarmored movement is the exact same. Mind focus, here we go. You can spend 5 minutes in deep meditation, regaining up to 1 expended key point. Or key points. Once you've regained key in this manner, you cannot do so again until you complete a short or long rest. The maximum number of key you recover with this feature increases as you gain levels, increasing by 1 at 11th and 17th level. So, this is the way you regain your key, not as a long rest. When you really need some key, you sit down and you go, for a bit. And then it just kind of, you just kind of do your thing. So it camps out at 3, getting 3 key. Oh, thank you very much for the host, Katie. I need to move these. Oh shit. Twitch events. Alerts? Oh, alerts. Oh. So, I suppose if we think about it this way, say a level, we'll say they're a level 5 monk goes into battle, right? They go into a combat. It's the first combat of the day. Oh, I fucked this up real bad. Hang on. I fucked these up. Hang on. Chat box is fine. I might bring it down a little bit. And then the jaw needs to come down just a tad. Okay, right. Yeah, I butchered that real bad. It's fine. Okay. So, a level 5 monk has, or a level 6 monk for that matter, has 4 key. They go into a fight. It's the first fight of the day. They're in a dungeon. They use 2 key points. They get to the end of the fight. They use mind focus. They get 1 back. They're in a dungeon, so we'll say that there's another 3 combats in the dungeon over the course of that session, or just in the course of that dungeon. One of them being the final battle. They're already being very, very, and they probably kill something, probably get a key point back, spend some more key. Realistically, a monk is going to be spending a minimum of 2 key every combat, unless that combat is completely, just a pushover, at which point they won't bother, generally. Anyone who's playing smart will spend a minimum of 2 key every combat where it's meaningful. Thanks very much for the bits, Ruben. Very, very cool and gamer. Some shiny boys. I've never seen that. No, I must have seen that animation before. Very gamer, very gamer. Praise be. Yes, enjoy cooking the food and then probably eating it. A second pog for the jar. The jar consumes all pogs. Hopefully, one day. Something I need to check, like, when does the jar empty itself? That is the question. There doesn't seem to be a place where you can change it. Well, either way, I think... No, they're probably going to take a short... Yeah, I think Mind Focus is fine as it is. I think I might pull these scaling levels down. I might pull this to, like, 9th. And this to, like, 15th, though. Because at 15th level, you have 9 key points. And, like, at 9th, you have 6. So getting 2 of them back once a short rest is not a big deal at all. Monastic Disciplines, let's just make sure there's no typos here. Ability to focus your key can be honed into more precise ongoing effects that empower your body, mind and body. You learn 2 disciplines from the list at the end of the class description. You learn more disciplines as you gain max levels as shown at the disciplines column of the monk table. Probably change it to disciplines known. No, I won't, because yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Keen Power Strikes is the same, evasion the same, Timeless Body is the same. Sure thing. And Diamond Soul is the same as it was. So we're going to move on to the subclasses now. Now, this list I made several weeks, I think like at least 2 weeks ago, has all the classes that are 100% going in, which are pre-existing classes. Something to note is that for each of the subclasses, we're going to need a new 14th level feature for them, because I added one of those in. So that is pretty substantial. At least I think it's 14th level, because I think monks go 3, 6, 10, 17, or they did, or 3, 6, 11, 17, whereas now they go 3, 6, 10, 14, 18, which is IMO the best subclass ability spread, because it allows for more stuff, and more stuff is generally good. Oh, very nice, thank you very much. Oh, did you? Oh, for fuck's sake. You added, like, a bunch of individual pogs. Very nice, very nice. Now I'm gonna wait for them to do their little dance. Are they all individually animated? That's the question. Oh, they are. That is wonderful. Absolutely perfect. However, watching them constantly animate in the chat is very distracting. Many pogs. Much wow. Very nice, very nice. How they dance. Jesus. That is an expensive meme right there, but I respect it. I respect it wholeheartedly. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay, that's not that expensive then, never mind. I don't know how much bits are. Like, no clue whatsoever. No clue. Oh shit. Okay, right. Ah, okay, makes sense. So, yeah, Monastic Traditions. I'm going to go through and I'm going to get the simple ones first. I know Way of the Open Hand is the only one that is OGL, and I'm fairly certain I'm allowed to look at them on stream with people. To my knowledge, that's not against OGL. I can look at them, but I can't reproduce anything unless I'm changing it significantly. I can't reproduce it in this document, to my knowledge. Then again, whenever I release this, it'll be going on the guild, which the Way of the Dragon, I have, yes, I forgot to put that on here, hang on. Way of the Dragon looks cool. I don't so much like the Ranger one. I don't dislike it by any means. If somebody came to me and said they wanted to play it, I'd say sure thing, but unless somebody specifically wanted to play one, I wouldn't give people the option on the outset, because it would become one of those staple picks, you know, where like everyone who plays Ranger picks it because it's the good one and the cool one. Like, there are some other like interesting Ranger subclasses, but that one is like, oh, holy shit, that's really fucking rad. I'm surprised they've released UA around now anyway, given that Tasha's comes out in like 2 weeks in the US anyway. It comes out in like 2 weeks tomorrow in the US. Yeah. Dragon. Right. Way of Shadow. Now, I'm probably, I'm almost certainly not allowed to show Way of Shadow on stream, but I don't actually know, to be honest. Then again, people look at shit. No. I'm should certainly think I am. There's people with uploading YouTube videos, actively looking through the stuff on D&D Beyond for like new books or whatever and showing it live. Ooh, yeah. Oh, it could have been the stuff that would have been from Dragonlance. I don't know if Dragonlance has dragons in it. I assume it's about dragons, given that it's called Dragonlance. But, yeah, it's very possible that would have been in the Dragonlance book. I know fuck all about Dragonlance. All I know is it's resting in peace now. Because wizards are kind of the worst. Or Hasbro, or whatever. Wizards only just recently finished dealing with all the shit with Merles last year. Fuck no, that was this year. No, that was like 3 months ago. Fuck. Oh, I don't like that feeling. It's like, oh yeah, that was last year, right? And it's like, no, it's like 3 months ago, tops. That's a feels bad moment right there. Personally, I think that's, for me at least, that's been the only like bad, like objectively bad thing about COVID, is like thinking about something that happened. You're like, oh yeah, this happened like 11 months ago, right? And then you go and look and it was like 3 weeks ago and you're like, oh fuck. What even is time? I mean, I'm like that anyways, to be fair, but like, oh no. Ruben's gonna come back and it's gonna be 100 individual pogs. Like the cup overrunneth. Or overfloweth, or whatever the fuck the quote is. I don't fucking know. So, to my knowledge, I am allowed to show, to my memory at least, given that I distinctly remember seeing a video of somebody, like a YouTube video of somebody going through Explorer's Guide to Wildmount, like days after it came out on D&D Beyond, and just showing all of the new stuff, all of like the new class options and shit. So if that guy can get away with that, I can get away with showing Way of Shadow from the PHB, right? Probably. I have no idea, and I personally don't particularly care that much either. And to be honest, given Wizards' track record, I don't think they much care either. Hang on, I gotta decipher what INB4 actually is. Oh, in before. seems weird, because I've seen 1,000,001 people do exactly that, and they don't seem to care, which is, I mean, good on them, because it doesn't really matter. But, yeah, I'll say it's fucking Way of Shadow. The Player's Handbook came out 6 years ago. Right. So, 18... Yeah, I'll say I'll remove it from this document, like, if and when I don't need it anymore, but, Shadow Arts... Realistically, we just need to halve the key point cost, because monks have half as much key as they did before, so halving this cost halves the cost. I didn't realise they got 4 spells. I thought they only got 3, but I guess they get Dark Vision as well. And obviously they get Minor Illusion too. I think this is fine. Like, it's not particularly powerful by any means. Like, obviously darkness is, in many situations, as much a downside as an upside. There are certain situations where it's really good, where there's, like, an enemy that, you know, is, like, arrow slits, and, you know, you have no means of hitting them. Because, for those of you that don't know, I'm sure there's most of you, knowing a lot of the people in here, most of you do know this, but if your enemy is in darkness, you can't see them either. So you're blind, and so are they, so it's completely neutral, and it adds no benefit whatsoever, which is hilarious, frankly. Obviously, it's different when, you know, you have a human and an elf in regular darkness, but magic darkness blinds everybody, so it's completely neutral and, in many cases, completely pointless, unless you have Devil Sight. Upon which it's kind of okay. That's true. No opportunity attacks. That's pretty decent. Yeah, and the sort of the niche scenario where you have ranged enemies who you have no realistic way of hitting, because, you know, they're doing sort of the arrow slit technique where they all rush up to one arrow slit, fire out of it, and then rush away out into full cover. Those, in that scenario as well, that's when that works quite well, when you just say, no, you just can't see anymore. You have no idea what's going on. But again, that's a super niche situation. Shadow Step is cool. I feel like that's Way of Shadow's, like, core feature. Part of me wants to be a bit cheeky and swap these two features, because I think the teleportation is, like, Way of Shadow's ultra crucial ability. Like, its core, its center is, why does everybody take Way of Shadow? A, because it's the edgy one, and B, because you get to teleport at will. Obviously having this at 3rd level would be nuts, but at the same time, it would be really fun, so... Sure thing. Sorry. My father has messaged me and I must respond to him. Oh. I would say I don't like leaving people, I don't like not responding to people, but he did text me half an hour ago, so, or 40 minutes ago, so, whoops, because I always have my phone on silent. This is very unprofessional, I know, but, hang on, I'm done now. I mean, then again, I never once pretended to be professional or to particularly give all that much of a fuck anyway, but, you know, even so, you know, got to at least pretend to be professional, right? And, so the only way I could be any less professional is start ranting about Angela's, but I have a feeling that would not go down all too well, because I got some fucking words for that, which luckily a lot of the people in here have already heard, and thus repeating it would be a waste of time, and also would not win me any points with drive-through, shall we say. Okay, 14th level, Invisibility at will. Cool. That's a cool feature. Like, it's really not that powerful. Like, it has its uses. It's you know, obviously it is, like, it's good, but in combat, it's not that great, you know? And, Opportunist sucks. I think it's, yeah, not only does it physically not work if you're using Manhattan movement, which I do use, because Manhattan movement is the best kind of movement. But yeah, Opportunist is really boring and really bad, so that is getting scrapped. That's gonna go. I have an alternate feature that I have written in my own personal homebrew that I may port over and rework a bit. Oh, that's the monk scaling. I added a 10th level feature because they go 3, 6, 14, 18. Apparently, which I thought they went 3, 6, 11, 17 or something like that. But nope, I was completely wrong. Cloak of Shadows is cool, Shadow Step is awesome. Basically, these two features are super cool. And I think, nah, this doesn't fit a 10th. This is not a 10th level feature. Invisibility at will. That's, because I'm pretty sure Warlocks get access to Invisibility at will at around this level too. And Warlocks get it unconditionally as well. Hang on, let me go look at the Warlock Invocations. We're getting some new ones in Tasha's. I don't know what any of them would actually be. Have there been any in UA? Do we know? Or recent UA? Oh. There are 2 Warlock Invisibility Invocations. Oh, yeah, that could be interesting. Maybe just a blanket immunity to the blinded condition. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, you're right, Finn. Yeah, I'm looking. There's 2 Warlock things. Oh, okay, no. One with Shadows is 5th level, but you become invisible until you move, take an action or a reaction. So that's like I stand still and turn invisible, right? In a dim light or darkness, which is cool. And then 15th level is unconditional invisibility whenever you want. So yeah, Cloak of Shadows should be where it is. I'm liking your line of thought, Joe. I'm thinking like either just like a blanket immunity to the blinded condition, or which is like a very sort of clean feature that has like insane amounts of utility and use, because like you can see through everything. Like you physically cannot be blinded anymore. You piss on it, it doesn't get snagged by Shadow of Moil, because you can, if an area is heavily obscured, you become blinded. So you just don't become blinded. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. That sounds fun. So right, I will move Shadow Arts here because it has been changed. Basically, anything I change is going to go in here, and anything I don't change is going to come off. So these two are coming off, because they don't need to be here. Opportunist is coming off, because it's bad, and I hate it. So, Eyes in the Dark. The name pending, it's not that good. When you reach 10th, is it 10th or 11th level? It is 10th, yeah it is. When you reach 10th level, or what is Black Eyes. Black Eyes. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Your eyes see through and what is like the flavor for Way of Shadows? It's all about subterfuge. The shadows. Cling to your vision, allowing your sight to slip. Ah, well, fuck. Fucking, like... Fucking... Hitting those Shadow of Moyle technicalities again. Every day, Shadow of Moyle finds new and exciting ways to annoy me. Allowing your sight to slip by. Most conventional... forms, methods of obscuring your vision. You gain immunity to the blinded and advantage on ability checks and saving throws to determine illusions, to determine to assess an illusion. To assess or detect an illusion. So, that's pretty substantial. Like, somebody blankets you with darkness and it's like, nah, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Which can certainly be pretty exciting in the right circumstances. I'm just going to double check and make sure that darkness does in fact vision and light, there we go. Oh no, it doesn't. Well, if a creature effectively suffers... It says effectively suffers, but I think that's a quirk of language, because otherwise the blinded condition means... Yeah, I feel like that's a quirk of language. I think effectively blind still means blind. Magical. Magical darkness and how to see through it. Yeah, it feels very this feels very rules as written versus rules as intended. I'll see if there's sage advice on it, but I would wager a bet that heavily obscured causes the blinded condition, because it seems ludicrous that it wouldn't. Books. Where's sage advice? Oh, fuck's sake. There is no sage advice on it. So thank you, Crawford. Thank you very much. Yeah, I would wager a bet that this is rules as intended. That effectively would not be there. Even then, immunity to the blinded. Yeah, I mean that's what it says in the book as well. But it says, I think effectively also just means you, because if you're immune to being blinded, then you by proxy should also be immune to being effectively blinded, right? Like presumably, like this ability is obviously up to DM interpretation, or really up to your own interpretation, because this feels like something that only big rules nuts would know. Because this seems extremely obscure. And by proxy, kind of makes the blinded condition almost a non-entity. In that the only way you can actually be blinded is if a spell blinds you. But you can't be blinded by being incapable of seeing anything because it's too dark, which doesn't seem plausible. Obviously, gauging this on a stage of realism is not the best line of thinking, because the game is by no means realistic. But at the same time, by language, you would assume that if a creature is effectively blinded, a creature that is immune to being blinded would thus not be able to be effectively blinded either. But I don't know. I'll leave this as is for now. I'll come back to it. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's the... Yeah. Okay, here we go. How about this? You can see through areas heavily obscured by darkness, fog. I'll just move this down here. By darkness, fog, or other immaterial Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair. You can see through areas heavily obscured by darkness, fog, or other immaterial matter, as if that matter were not present. Or other immaterial, vision obscuring. As if it were not present. As if it were not present. So there we go. So this, and then I think we'll well. This is a little messy here, but like you can very clearly understand the intent of, you know, darkness, fog, rain, snow, a sandstorm, all of that, it covers it. You can see through it, basically. And then we're looking at an 18th level feature. Let me go grab the one I have. There's Way of Shadow there. Now I'm going to copy this in and potentially be very embarrassed by how bad it is. Because it may be fine, but it might not be. You exploit a creature's momentary distraction when it is hit by an attack. Striking with blinding speed and dark powers. Whenever a creature within range of your shadow step feature is hit by an attack made by a creature other than you, you can expend 3 key points as a reaction, teleport within 5 feet of that creature, and make a melee attack with advantage. On a hit, the creature must make, must make a Constitution saving throw, or take a bunch of necrotic damage. I'll reduce this to 2 key points. Right, so I like, yeah, this is neat. This is neat. This sort of makes them about mobility in a way that, and about dirty fighting in a way that is kind of interesting and unique. Because at 18th level, you know, you can just bamf across the battlefield and just, you know, punch a dude in the back of the skull and do a shitload of damage. It's pretty, yeah, it's fun. Whenever a creature within range of your shadow step feature is hit by an attack made by a creature other than you, you may expend 2 key points as a reaction, because this is a run-on sentence otherwise. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, Katie. How about a little more? When you do... Very nice, thank you very much. We are... The jar is slowly running out of space, so do be careful. When you do, you teleport within 5 feet of that creature and make an unarmed strike against it with advantage. On a hit, the creature must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failure, it suffers 5d8 necrotic damage, or half that much, or half as much on a success. Oh, good god. It's going to be a nightmare. Like, hang on, if I go into my settings and double click on the jar, because it'll show me a preview of everything falling in. Oh my god. Oh, it only shows the most recent dinks, by the way. So this will probably empty later on. Or some of it will. Some of it will empty out, I think. I don't know specifically, but I think it probably will. Yeah, I like this feature. This damage is sort of up in the air at the moment. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this damage is probably a little up in the air at the moment. because this 5d8 is kind of a lot for like 2 key points. That's a lot of damage. Or even just like, I don't think this extra damage is really necessary. I think this can probably be 1 key point and we can just cut this damage. I think that's probably more interesting. Because the teleportation is what you're doing it for, right? Striking with blinding speed. Not to mention, oh wait, no, that's not true actually. Then yeah, this doesn't actually combo with flanking because you already get advantage. And then again, if your DM does use the 1d4 flanking home rule, which I use and a reasonable amount of DMs use, because it's sort of a collective good decision that many DMs came to at around the same sort of time. There are so many DMs that are like, I wonder if a D4 is better than advantage. It seems more, balanced and fair and doesn't encourage stacking up in a line quite as much. And then, welcome in. I'm going to get started on the next subclass, which is whichever one I want, actually. We're going to do Drunken Master next. Yeah, pretty good. We're going to look at Drunken Master, because I love Drunken Master. Drunken Master is like one of my favorite subclasses in the whole game. Drunken technique seems really cool. Like, hang on, let me... At 3rd level, you learn how to twist and turn quickly as a part of your Flurry of Blows. Whenever you use Flurry of Blows, you gain the benefit of the disengage action, and your walking speed increases by 10 feet until the end of your current turn. That's really cool. The 6th level Tipsy Sway feature... you can stand from prone using 5 feet of movement, which is fine. Redirect attacks. Redirect attacks is really cool. I really like redirect attacks. As one of my favorite features in the game, actually. Like, I think it's phenomenal. Odd. Did they change the monk scaling? Like from... No, I'm just an idiot. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. Never mind, ignore me. We need a 14th level feature for Monk. For Drunken Master. Let me just grab the Drunken Master features and sort of slap them over here or something. Oh, whoops. And let's make them really tiny, just so we can like read them all simultaneously. I mean, you guys may potentially struggle to read them, so apologies, but oh, that's weird. It does that sometimes. presumably word doesn't like being streamed or something to that effect, because it only tends to happen with that. But yeah, you get a proficiency. Drunken Technique is like mostly fine. Like it's useful. It's niche, but it's useful. Tipsy Sway is like, leap to your feet is very much a flavor ability. Like standing prone with 5 feet is like kind of a non-factor in many cases. It's just like this is okay. And redirect attacks is niche but really cool and potentially very strong. Drunkard's Luck is obviously should cost 1 key point. Drunkard's Luck seems kinda bad. Like, it doesn't seem awful, but it doesn't seem very good either. Like Intoxicated Frenzy. Oh, Intoxicated Frenzy is kind of awesome because you can up to 3 additional attacks. Yeah, that's cool. It also, yeah, I say, Intoxicated Frenzy lets you punch people in an AoE around you, which is really, really good fun. So we need a 14th level feature, basically. I like all of these abilities. I think they're all really reasonable. I think the main thing that we're kind of missing at the moment, is there a key power that knocks people prone? Let me just make sure that there isn't already. There he is. Shit. Yeah, it's a sweeping strike, knocks people prone. Fuck. Oh no, this is the Drunken Master subclass, and it's more like Jackie Chan's like what is his? It's like a did he make? It's like a school of martial arts. Martial arts school. Is it like a school? Giving everybody disadvantage against you is kind of nuts, but like, certainly something akin to that, giving people disadvantage to hit you is pretty cool. Ooh, hang on, I have an idea. That was what I was thinking. The disadvantage on the first attack every round. Or do I want to incorporate Cloak of Displacement into Monk? Is that... Is that... I mean, to be fair, Drunken Master is kind of low power. No. Too many downsides. If it gave like triple disadvantage or whatever, where you roll like 3 dice and take the lowest one until they hit you. But yes, welcome in. So this would be, yeah, I'm kind of the Cloak of Displacement, attaching it to a subclass. Is that too much? Because I think the answer is potentially, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is also a 14th level feature, so... Okay, right, I have something different. I have something different. So we're just gonna not give it a name. 14th level. the first time a creature makes an attack roll against you on its turn, that attack is made at disadvantage. So the first attack a creature makes against you on each of its turns, it has disadvantage. Or yeah, it's sort of I'm trying to think of like the impact that this is going to have, because if a dragon comes at you, right, the dragon makes its bite attack with disadvantage. I want to try and word it in a way. The first time we do, yeah, they're just chilling. They're just hanging out. The first time a creature makes an attack roll against you on its turn or on a turn, first time a creature or creatures have disadvantage on the first attack roll they make against you each turn. So this also applies to opportunity attacks here, which makes this even better. But is that okay? Is that fine? Maybe not. It really depends, because at 14th level, there comes a point where maybe, yeah. But then I think that just sort of adds too many die rolls, where it just becomes kind of like a chore of, it's like do you want to pay 2 for heuristic studies kind of situation. Hunter, ranger, fleet of foot. Also, after this, I'm going to take a break, by the way. Okay, Hunter. I don't think it's called Fleet of Foot. Do you mean multi-attack defense? Oh. Yeah, that's also dash action as a bonus action. Yeah, that seems really underwhelming and boring for a 14th level feature. I like this ability, I just don't know of its power. Because for 14th level, it doesn't feel... It feels strong, but it doesn't feel insane. It's like... So I'm sort of trying to think, if there's, say, 3 people attack you in a round, and each of them makes 2 attacks, that is 3 attacks made at disadvantage, 3 more dice being rolled for a chance of up to 3 failures, but once you're 14th level, you're going to be fighting stuff that's like CR like 27, 28, like as like boss battles, upon which you will... You know, they'll have plus 15 to hit you. So, the disadvantage... I mean, yeah, you're a monk. You probably do have 21 AC, but, like, plus 15 to hit disadvantage still means they're probably still gonna fucking hit you. Like, this ability at 6th level, or something different. What do you mean? Like, how would this interact with redirect attack? That's another thing this combos with, actually, is that, obviously. Obviously, it enables redirect attack, but I don't know how it would become a part of redirect attack. Yeah, that would be way too much for that's like a better version of the feature that's already here. Yeah, I don't see how this could be combined with redirect attack without making it way more costly, and thus way worse. Because I kind of like this feature as it is, to be honest. Like, I think it's very strong, but it's not absolutely insane. I don't know. No. I don't know. I don't know if it's that bad. Oh, redirect attack. Okay. Okay, right. Yeah. I don't know, like, obviously positioning wise, yeah, it's you know, it's awkward to set up, but it's still doable, I'd argue. Like, it's by no means a thing that never happens. Yeah. I don't know, I would say under the right circumstances it definitely is, because when a dragon misses you with an attack, and instead fucking, like, snaps the... I don't know. Well, either way, I need to take my break here, so I will have a think of this over the break and decide what I'm going to do. But yeah, I will be back pretty shortly. Well, yeah, that's true, but like there are certainly situations where something like that comes up. But either way, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Greetings. I return from the realm beyond. It's me. Look at them. I came back from my break. It's all pogs now. It's all pogs now. But yes, welcome back. Cascade of Pog. Now, I had an idea before I came on, but I've promptly forgotten it. And I don't have chat logs. Joe, what was your recommendation from before? It was something there was something to do with DC, and there was something before that, but I can't see it because chatbot is broken, so I can't look at my chat logs. Oh God. Oh, that was what I was going to do for redirect attack. There. Just, like, increased the area to which this ability can affect by, like, 75%. Makes it substantially less situational, in that enemies are pretty frequently going to stand next to each other. Like, the chance of two enemies standing next to each other, and or one enemy standing, and or two enemies being next to you, is pretty high. Especially when you have a big monster that has reach. Oh wait, no, well, no, that doesn't actually count, but, another potential way to make redirect attack better. That could potentially be interesting, yeah. I kind of like this ability, though, I have to say. Because I feel like redirect attack should really be, like, being really slippery. Should be their core. But I'm not sure. I think it's cool, but I'm not 100%. Also, I'll be going for another sort of 20-odd minutes, give or take. Not 100% certain on that, but another 20-odd minutes. I will probably stream some more of this on Wednesday as well. Not 100% on that, but I probably will. Monks, mostly Stunning Strike, but also monks suck late game and are super uninteractive. Yeah. Welcome in, welcome in. Whenever a creature misses you with an attack roll, just hit one creature of your choice other than that you can see within 5 feet of you or within the attack's reach. Just massively expanding on the range of which you can use this feature to any real significance. Indecipherable Stupor. Or Unpredictable Stupor. Yeah, I feel like this ability has like a lot of. It's very, very simple, but has a very visible power. Once you reach like 20th level, it's kind of like it stops being quite as good. But it still has a lot of merit. Oh, redirect attack causes the attack to auto hit an enemy. It doesn't make it target them. That's really good. So yeah, now you're in a situation where you're fighting a dragon and his buddy. You know, there's a dragon and I don't know, his like bodyguard. Not that dragons really need bodyguards, but dragons would probably have bodyguards anyway, right? Like an ogre or something. I mean, an ogre's a bad example, but like a guy, like a stone giant maybe. They're buddies or whatever. And the dragon tries to bite you, and you redirect your attack, so you kind of duck down and like bounce off your hands or like kick the dragon in the jaw, so its head goes to the side and it just like snaps the stone giant's neck or something, or bites his head off by accident, which would be kind of awesome. Certainly this has massively improved the usability of this feature, because you've increased its range from the like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 8 squares around you to those same squares and every other space within the attack's reach. So in many cases, it is either increasing it by like 75%, or you're like more than doubling it, which is pretty substantial. Drunken's Luck obviously reduced to 1 key point because we changed the key point scaling. And these features are all fine. Like, Drunken Technique is cool. Oh, actually no, because Drunken Technique, it should be, because it specifies you using Flurry of Blows, which doesn't exist in the same form. Whenever you use a key technique, you gain the benefits. So yeah, and anytime you use a key technique. I mean, yeah, I did rename them to key techniques. I was just checking. So yeah. As part of your key. Yeah, this is definitely an improvement in power, I would say. And the 18th level feature is wait, fuck, no, it's also it's also reliant on Flurry of Blows too. So I guess the whole thing needs to kind of be reworked. Huh. Whoops. Didn't even notice that. Right, Drunken Master is on the weaker side, even with the change that changes we've made to it. Whenever you make an unarmed strike as a bonus action, up to 2 additional attacks with it. So there we go. So Intoxicated Frenzy is now 1 extra attack, but every single time you punch as a bonus action, which is fairly powerful. Like 1 free bonus attack. Like, again, you do need 2 enemies near you, but if that's the way the class plays, then there's going to be a reasonable number of situations where that comes up. Because if you're actively seeking that, then it's probably going to be of use. I think this is interesting. I'm not sure if it's particularly incredible. I think something that's probably worth doing, actually, is doing this. Swapping these 2 abilities, because Drunkard's Luck feels... well, no, because the 10th level feature is meant to be the flavor one, right? So... Either way, we'll leave that here for now, because obviously we can come back to this. So yeah, Drunken Master has been changed quite considerably, which is fine. Obviously, this, none of these changes are final, but I'm liking the direction it's gone. I like Unpredictable Stupor. I like better redirect attack. So we've covered Shadow. That one is done. And let's bolden the ones we've not touched yet. And I can't spell Tranquility. I'm a big fan of the new version of Cobalt Soul, so I think we're going to go look at that. Because new Cobalt Soul is pretty sick. Because it's actually quite good. Trying to find the new update. Is it on? It's on D&D Beyond, isn't it? I say I've straight up never actually bothered looking at D&D Beyond. Sources, source books. Astral Self. Cobalt Soul, here we go. So let's grab all of the Cobalt Soul stuff. Let's take a look at all the crap that they get. I don't need to make this small because this is like playtest. This is Mercer stuff. This is public. I'm a fan of this subclass, but I'm not 100% sure how it works. Let's change to the English spelling of analyzed, because fuck y'all. To extract crucial information about your foe, granting you insight into their combat ability. Whenever you hit a creature with one of the attacks granted by your flurry of blows, that needs to change. Whenever you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you may... whenever you use a key technique against a creature, you may mark them as analyzed. No, as creature misses you with an attack, you immediately use your reaction to make an unarmed strike against that creature. A creature remains analyzed by you until you next complete a short or long rest. Additionally, whenever you first analyze a creature, you learn the following aspects about it. Okay. Now the 6th level feature seems to be pretty exclusively, like, you get 2 flavor features as opposed to 1 combat feature. And if they're good flavor features, then cool, but if they're not, then whatever. Hit a creature with an armor, you spend 1 key point to force to make a charisma saving throw. Oh yeah, you can punch a dude and zone of truth them, which is... I kind of love it. You punch a dude in the skull and then it's like, tell me the truth. It's just... I kind of love it, not gonna lie. It's kind of great. It's only 1 key point to do it, though, is kind of, you know, whatever. I think just having it on, Then again, it is, in the right situation, it's very, very good. So... I might see you can force to make it. Oh. Oh, good God. Just add that in, because I don't think this is worth a key point. I think just having it once per short or long is probably much fairer. You learn 1 language of your choice and you get proficiency in one of the following skills. If you already have proficiency in this skill, you gain expertise. And you get more. But wait, there's more. That seems very, very good. I suppose these 2 features together, because... yeah, you get one of these skills. Yeah, that's really good. Like, it's not combat, but, like, it's cool. And it seems of not unreasonable power. And then this is the 10th level one, which is kind of nuts. You can spend key points to take additional reactions, bearing in mind the extract aspects. A creature that's analyzed by you, whenever it misses you, punch them again. And also if you have the old deflect missiles as well, they're both applicable here. So it's pretty fucking strong. And Debilitating Barrage, I've never seen this before. Well, fuck me. Okay. Just call it Debilitating Strike, because you just punch him once. You spend, this would probably be 2 key points to cause the creature to suffer a vulnerability to a damage type of your choice for 1 minute, or until they take damage of that type. A creature who is affected by this feature cannot be affected by it again for until 24 hours have passed. This seems of reasonable power. It's not, you know, it's not nuts, not by any means, but it's, I mean, it's Path to the Grave. Like, it's Path to the Grave. It's good. Like, this is worth 2 key points. There's no save on it either. You just pop them, and then the next time they take a set damage, they take a billion more of that damage, which is pretty big. It's pretty big. Now we just need a 14th level feature, and then we'll probably call it quits for the day. Yeah, I kind of love this. Like, Way of the Cobalt Soul is pretty cool. So you're all about analyzing enemies, knowing their weaknesses, and exploiting your enemies, sort of exploiting your enemies and your knowledge of them. So maybe something that riffs off of analyzed enemies. So analyzed creatures suffer some kind of penalty to attack you, or whenever you make an attack roll against an analyzed creature, add a bonus, or whenever you roll damage against an analyzed creature, add a bonus. Any one of those things could be pretty interesting. Exploit, because considering you get extract aspects, extort truth, exploit weakness, that's kind of cool. Words. I'm gonna see if I can get something that starts with EXT though. Start with EXT. Extracurricular. Ooh, that could be kind of interesting. That could be very interesting. I'm not sure what the flavor of that would be. Maybe they have to make an intelligence save. No, I like it, but I'm not sure if it fits the flavor. Maybe analyzed creatures. Maybe you just gain a bonus to AC and saves against analyzed creatures. That could just be like just like flat good, right? It's like +2 AC into saves against analyzed creatures. That could potentially be. It's actually also potentially nuts, so maybe not. I might trial exploit weakness. Just brainstorm some stuff, see what I can get, and then I'll move to something defensive if that doesn't work. the weaknesses of your enemies scream out to you. You may add 1d6 to attack rolls made against analyzed creatures. It's an average of +3 to hit them. No, that's way too good. That's insane. I mean, hell, 1d6 to attacks is ridiculous on its own, and then adding like a flat die of damage as well. That is it's one or the other, basically. Maybe we could go weird with it. I have an idea. I think it's going to be very strange, though. It's going to be weird. But I kind of love it. Okay, yeah, no, I just had an absolutely ridiculous idea. Whenever you make an attack roll against an analyzed creature, if the result of the attack's die is equal to the strength, dexterity, or constitution scores of the target, the attack is considered a critical hit. This is ridiculous, but I kind of love it. Like, I kind of love this. It's insane. But it is really cool. Because it's their weak points. You know, they have a strength of 8. If you roll an 8 on the die, you hit their strength directly. And they fucking die. Ooh. I mean, you're a monk, so you are just kind of punching somebody for like a d10 damage. Or a d8 damage at this level. So it's not that big. But also, holy shit. Like quadrupling your chance of critting in most scenarios. Yeah, that too. Then again, generally speaking, strength, dexterity, or constitution scores of the target. Oh, hang on. When you analyze a creature, you learn. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. You learn its ability scores. Yeah, that too. And may choose one. Whenever you make an I love this so much. It's so stupid, but I love it. Because you punch a dude, you analyze Vecna, and you're like, right, he has a strength of 22, he has a dexterity of 20, he has a constitution of 30, he has an intelligence of like 40, or whatever. You go through all of his stats, and then you see, wait, his dexterity's only 18. That's his weak point. If I hit him on his weak point, his glowing weak spot, attack its weak point for massive damage. Oh, this is... Yeah, I love this unconditionally. This is my favorite thing I've ever done. That's not true. There's one of my favorite features I think I've ever put to paper, because that is so insane. I love it. The weaknesses of your foes. Scream out to you. Yeah, it's flawed perfection. It's so dumb though. It's so dumb. I love it. I love it. Oh, I've never loved something more in my life. Either way, I'm gonna call it quits here for today, because I got places to be. Thanks very much for sticking about today, folks who did so. I am going to see if there is anybody to raid. I have a feeling that there isn't, though. Let me go have a look. Let us find out if there's anyone to raid. There's not, so we won't be raiding anyone. I went so Irish there for a second. Not quite sure why, but I did. We didn't make a huge amount of progress today, but that's fine. I'm probably going to look at this some more on Wednesday, because I'm sort of getting back into the swing of things. Because I was getting I was sort of a little apprehensive to get back into this, because I was like, oh, I don't want to hit a roadblock. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, Katie. Jesus. Fuck me. Nice, but Jesus. This is like fucking next stream is just going to be like 1,000,000 Pog champs fall into the jar. Fuck's sake. Yeah, either way, thanks very much for sticking around, folks. I will, all going well, I will be in on Wednesday. I will, see you guys later.